Hey everyone, you are listening to the Life Coaching Diaries podcast, and I'm your host, Ivy Somnajit. I am a life coach and I'm on a mission of touching as many lives as I can and contribute to making them great. My purpose is to share my knowledge and professional experience with anyone open to receiving it and make a difference in their lives. If you already have a good life, it simply gets better and better from here. Hi and welcome to episode number 4. And I'm so excited to be here with you again in my podcast. Last week was extremely busy, as 10th of October was the International Mental Health Awareness Day, and we conducted several webinars and masterclasses on mental health awareness. I'm so happy to see that people are now getting more vocal about their feelings and emotions. They are getting more conscious now about their mental health and are making efforts for their mental well-being. Though we are still way far from the optimum awareness that is required, but definitely we are moving towards the right direction. Mental well-being is as important as being physically healthy, as the two are so connected. The mind affects the body and the body affects the mind. Just like our body needs proper nutrition, exercise, enough rest, and daily cleansing to stay healthy and strong, our mind too needs the same. And so mental care should not be a once-in-a-year affair. It should actually be a part of your daily healthcare regime. It's that important. Physical strength alone is not enough for a joyful and fulfilling life. We need to be healthy and strong in our body, mind, and spirit. One of the topics that we talked about a lot in the webinars was self-love. And today, I want to talk about it in this podcast. The reason why I have chosen this topic is because I personally have struggled a lot with this for most of my life, and developing this single habit of loving me unconditionally has made a huge difference in my life. My perspective of the world has changed, and I have gained more peace of mind and joy in my journey through life. Though I'm still a work in progress, but I have come a long way from where I used to be. I grew up in a small town middle class family, and my early childhood conditioning was that good people are selfless. They are content with very little and they always keep other people's need first. Being a girl child, I had an extra responsibility of fitting into that good girl standards. Comparison with other kids is quite common in our culture, and so I grew up wanting to be like many other people, and it was obviously not possible. I couldn't, of course, change my genetics and become fairer and taller and more beautiful and more intelligent. So I basically grew up feeling stupid, dumb, ugly, and unwanted. No wonder, as an adult, I was such an attention-seeking people pleaser who didn't trust her own abilities and hence would look for validation from others, always. And the funniest part was, when I got some compliments or appreciation for a job well done, I would just feel like an imposter. I would shrink and shy away. I didn't feel worthy of compliments. Looking back, I now realize that there was a certain void within me that needed to be filled, and I was constantly trying to fill it by seeking love, understanding, appreciation, and respect from others, which was actually a sure shot recipe for disappointment, as I didn't have any control over other people's behavior. Let's just talk about the void first. We all know that one of the basic requirements of a happy life is love. We all have an inherent desire to be loved. It is as important as food, water, and oxygen. Research suggests that a newborn, if deprived of loving strokes from its mother or a nurse, might not survive at all. A child, if deprived of love in his initial years of development from parents or parent figures, gets retarded physically and mentally, and this can leave a permanent scar on his psyche. As adults, we learn to cope up with this emptiness and try to fill it with other things like an addiction, attention from others, or distraction of some kind or the other. Losing hope to fill this void may even push us towards self-loathing or depression. The desire to be loved and accepted is universal. I like to call it the love tank that needs to be filled from time to time to keep going and stay positive and happy. Now, there are two ways in which this love tank can be filled. First one, which is common for majority of people, is to get love from someone else. And it is perfectly fine as long as you receive a healthy dose of love from people who are important to you. But not everyone is so lucky. And sometimes we don't understand each other's love languages. What is a love language, if you ask? Well, we'll keep that topic parked for some other episode. What I mean here is that we don't always get what we expect and in what way we expect it to come from others. The drawback of this option is that it gives others the power to control you. Since your happiness depends on them, they have your remote control. Luckily, there is another way of getting your love tank filled, and I learned about it after many years of struggle and suffering. Thanks to the amount of coaching and learning that I have received from my coaches and mentors for the last 7 years or so, that I finally could set myself free from the craving for validation and appreciation from outside. I finally realized that it is possible to fill my love tank by myself. I can always love myself, and I don't have to do anything to be worthy of it. Oh yes, I love myself. You may say, and I agree with you that you probably do. But here, by self-love, I mean being aware of your true worth, genuine appreciation for your individuality, uniqueness, and unconditional love and acceptance for what you are. On these parameters, let's now check how much you love yourself. Tell me, do you feel happy and proud every time you look at yourself in the mirror or a photo of yours? Or you judge yourself for not being beautiful enough, fair enough, tall enough, or perfect enough? If you are like the majority of people, I bet you see your flaws first. But you don't judge your kids' photos or your pets' photos like that, do you? You don't say that the angle was not proper and the hips are appearing too large. When we say I love you to someone, we essentially mean that we care and we accept the other person just the way they are. We accept them with all their traits, good or bad. You can do that for your lover, at least before marriage. You can do it for your kids and pets. Then why can't you do the same for yourself? Think over it. Let me ask you another question. How do you handle rejection or insults? Does a negative opinion about you from someone important hurt you? Does it pinch you hard, tearing your self-image apart, and you carry that burden for rest of your life maybe? How do you feel about that experience? Is it easy for you to understand that it is their personal opinion and has really nothing to do with you? Or you feel the urge to confront, explain yourself, or hold grudge? Last question. How do you handle failure? When things go wrong, like not getting the results you want, when you can't stick to your commitments, when you gain extra 5 kgs, do you loathe yourself by saying things like, I'm so stupid, I can never have the body I want. I can never be successful. I don't deserve that. I'm not good enough, etc. Can you easily forgive yourself for your past mistakes, take learning from them, and bounce back with new insights? Or you conclude that it's not your cup of tea and you quit trying? Do your mistakes make you stronger and wiser, or do they degrade your self-worth? Your relationship with yourself gets reflected in every area of your life. When you are aware of your core strength, appreciate your uniqueness, and accept yourself the way you are, your dependency on others' approval to feel complete or worthy will drastically reduce. The constant comparison and struggle to fit in would diminish. You will start taking responsibility of your life and blame no one else, as now you have full control over how you feel and act. No one can demean or disrespect you without your permission. And the best thing about loving yourself unconditionally is it will give you wings to go all out for your dreams. It will give you immunity against the fear of failure, which is among the biggest roadblock in our way towards excellence and peak performance. I have worked with a lot of successful people, business owners, CEOs, entrepreneurs, and politicians. I have interviewed them and studied their mindsets closely, and a common trait that I have found among all the high achievers is that they don't define themselves by their past actions or what others think of them. They realize their true worth and never quit trying. Most of the time, we don't want to take risk, try new things, and go out of our comfort zone because we are scared of failure. What if I don't make it? What if I fail? What would people say? They will make fun of me. I will lose my face. You don't take action because you are scared of the way you would feel if you fail. Now tell me, if you know that you will always be worthy of your love, no matter what, don't you think it would be easier for you to go for what you really want? Don't you think you can give your best when you are no more scared of rejection, as you know whatever the consequences be, you will always have your back? When you care about the rejections no more, you can then start doing what you want to, not what you should or what you have to. And that, my friend, will set you free. I'm asking you now, can you accept yourself the way you are? How would that make you feel? Where are you trying to fill your love tank from right now? How can you fill that by yourself? And what difference that could make to your life? What are the things that you want to do but can't because you are worried about what others may say or feel? How important are those things for you? What are you denying yourself by not taking those actions? What kind of a person you will be if you can follow your heart, knowing you will always be loved irrespective of the consequences? Will you be a better person that way? What do you think? Let me know your views and experiences about loving yourself. How did that work for you? Write to me at contact@iv-training.com. If you're still not sure if you love yourself enough, I have designed a self-love quiz for you that you can attempt on my website www.iv-training.com and find out your self-love quotient. If you are surprised by your results, let's meet over a free online session to discuss them. Till the next episode, bye from my side. Take care. Much love and light to all of you.